Tonight on ABC7 News at 11, the first official day of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season is almost over, and already the Sun Coast seeing some rain move on through.
And that's because of some tropical activity already in the Gulf. We've been monitoring Tropical Depression 2 all day long. That is keeping our rain chances for tomorrow very high. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob, what is the latest?
Well, good evening, everyone. We are watching the first tropical depression still at this hour. They just came down with the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, and they're keeping it as a tropical depression. It doesn't look all that impressive on the satellite imagery, as you can see. Over the northeastern Gulf of Mexico, it is drifting very slowly now to the south. Top winds remain at 35 miles an hour, and as far as that goes, the system is expected to head to the south over the next couple of days and eventually dissipate near the western tip of Cuba. Now, all the forecast models are in pretty much agreement with this, that it's going to head in that general direction and then to the south and then across the Florida Straits. But by then, it will have weakened considerably due to some very strong winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This thing is not going to get going too well, and it looks like on top of that we do have some very dry air around on the southern and western edge of that. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening now with the latest on tropical depression number two. We had one back in January. A lot of folks don't know about that, but it was off the coast of New York. National Weather Service kind of looked at it and a few weeks later decided, yeah, that may have been a tropical depression. So here are the latest coordinates and also the top winds. 35 miles an hour now. It's drifting south at 3. That's it. The pressure remains the same as it did earlier today at 5 o'clock, and the next advisory, full-blown, will come out at 5 a.m. By then, it's possible it could be Arlene. There is a chance, just a small window of opportunity for this system to actually develop into a tropical storm. It would be a very weak one at best, and continue to head off to the south and then eventually dissipate, as I said, over the western tip of Cuba, never really getting up there past 45 miles an hour and eventually weakening. Now, we are going to see some of the storminess with it because we're on the right edge of this storm. You can see the bigger storms today were along the northern coast and I should say northern portion of Florida. We had some big storms here as well near Hillsborough and Tampa. We had some hail reported at Clark Road and near I-75. Get a look at this water vapor. This is that dry air I mentioned. Quite a bit of it around, and you can see it kind of sliced right into our area. That shut down the storms near the coast today, but still, this system has to battle a lot of dry air, strong upper level winds, so it looks like this one's going to be a fairly weak system as it moves down into the Gulf of Mexico and eventually toward Cuba. Forecast is calling for some showers and storms developing tomorrow afternoon. That's when we'll see the best chances for those heavier storms. Some areas could still see up to 3, 4, even 5 inches of rain. Most areas will get about an inch of rainfall to 2 before it's all said and done and out of here by Saturday early morning. Of course, we'll have much more on this a little bit later in the newscast. Be sure to download the ABC7 First Alert Weather app. Just pull out your phone, take a picture of that QR code to the right of the ABC7 logo there, and it'll take you right to the website to download that app for free to follow along during this hurricane season. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thanks a lot. As we do enter this year's hurricane season, a new survey from AAA finding 1 in 5 Floridians do not make advanced preparations for these storms. Part of those preparations does include having the right insurance. It's that time of year. Hurricane season is here. Experts are saying as part of the preparation, homeowners need to be financially ready to handle any storm. We did catch up with one of those experts during our 4 o'clock news on Thursday.
This is the ideal time to do an insurance checkup. Call your agent, walk through your policy, check your coverages, make sure you are financially prepared. And one of the key points is, if you look at the declarations page in your policy, the first page, it has something called Coverage A, dwelling coverage. You need to make sure you have adequate levels for replacement costs.
The state-backed Citizens Property Insurance Corporation is adding thousands of customers a week here in Florida, topping more than 1.2 million policies. This comes on the heels of private property insurers dropping customers and raising rates. Homeowners are being told flood insurance should also be part of their plan.
It could flood any time of year here in Florida. You don't need hurricanes. We strongly recommend every Florida homeowner has flood insurance, and call your agent, get a few quotes, because there are dozens of choices.
Mark Friedlander also went on to say it's very important that your vehicles have adequate protection as well. And you don't have to live in a high-risk flood zone to be impacted. The National Flood Insurance Program saying about 25% of flood claims in Florida do come from low to moderate risk areas.
In other news tonight, Sarasota police are investigating a fatal crash. This one happened around 6:30 tonight on US 41 near Grove Street. We know that the crash involved both a motorcyclist and a car. The motorcyclist, we know, was taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital, where that person was later pronounced dead. The crash closed the northbound lanes of US 41 for a period of time tonight, but all lanes have since reopened. And June 1st through the 7th is CPR and AED Awareness Week. And a local man is using his story of survival to motivate others on the importance of getting CPR certified. Ernie Withers had a heart attack while shaking balls for the Pittsburgh Pirates at Pirate City. But thankfully, those around him knew CPR and how to work an AED and ultimately saved his life.
Remove packet and apply pads onto patients. Press pads firmly on skin.
According to the CDC, in the United States, someone has a heart attack every 40 seconds. And Ernie Withers of Bradenton was a part of that statistic. But thankfully, he was able to survive due to the quick actions of those around him.
And my heart had stopped for 2 or 3 minutes. Fortunately, Dr. Patrick DeMeyer, the head trainer doctor for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and their training staff, they were right on top of me right away. My pulse had stopped. They would perform CPR on me and use the defibrillator to bring me back to life. And I'm so fortunate to be talking to you today.
Ernie is now using his experience to educate others. He started a foundation called the Defibrillate Manatee Foundation, which raises money to provide CPR training and purchase AEDs for the community. And in honor of CPR and AED Awareness Week, the foundation is going to gift 20 AEDs to the Bradenton Police Department to put in their cruisers.
The defibrillator costs $1,500, and so this event for the Bradenton Police Department would be $31,000. But my goal is to buy 100 AEDs for Manatee County in the next year.
Someone around you could experience cardiac arrest at any moment. That's why Ruth Landis, owner of Landis Emergency Training Services, says it's so important to know how to perform CPR.
If it takes EMS 10 or 15 minutes to arrive to that person, those first 10 minutes are crucial. And so we need bystanders to be comfortable, knowledgeable, and confident that they can make a difference.
But the reality is there is likely not an AED available everywhere you go.
Even just doing hands-only CPR, you don't have to breathe for people. We just want you to do compressions only. Just that alone, before EMS arrives, will increase their chances of surviving significantly.
Ruth says the hope of training is to give you the knowledge to help keep you as calm as you can be in an emergency situation.
Automated, and every AED has.
And if you'd like to make a donation to the foundation, you can do so at the ManateeCommunityFoundation.com.
Truckers around the nation boycotting the state of Florida today. They are protesting recent legislation affecting migrants in our state. The protest is highlighting the positive impact migrant workers have on our economy. Today, protests and rallies were held all across the state. One of those protests happening in Plant City. And another protest taking place in Tampa, this new immigration law requiring employers to use E-Verify to prove their workers are in the country legally. And closer to home, a local market closing their doors in solidarity.
I'm a U.S. citizen now, proud to be part of this country's wonderful country's community and citizens. But yeah, our stand with this new law, SB 1718, we are against it.
And their business does have 3 locations here on the Suncoast, all of them shutting their doors today. That's in support of migrants who they believe are unfairly targeted by this new law. And the new law also allows police to randomly audit businesses suspected of employing illegal immigrants.
This all starts July 1st. And new at 11 tonight, the passing of a bill this evening to suspend the nation's debt limit through January 1st of 2025. The House has already passed the measure, which can now be sent to President Joe Biden and signed it to law. The move takes the threat of default off their table until after the election.
And coming up on
Suncoast weather can change at a moment's notice. Stay ahead of any changes. Turn to ABC7 First Alert Weather.
Our First Alert Weather forecast informs you of any disruptive weather before it happens.
First Alert is hyper-focused on where you live. In Sarasota and Manatee counties, our #1 priority is to keep you safe.
And we're committed to helping you prepare.
When severe weather threatens,
or any time the weather changes,
turn to ABC7 First Alert Weather.
Only on your local station.
The Florida Lottery is proud to contribute billions of dollars to education in our state. So Florida students can do more than just dream of a brighter future. They can create one. Learn more at flalottery.com.
When you need to find a new roommate, there's a RAV for that. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for just $319 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select Rogue trims.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
Research has shown that people who hire attorneys to handle their injury cases on average get more money.
Universal Roof and Contracting.
When it comes to roofing in Florida, the difference is universal. At Universal Roof and Contracting, we service your home like it's ours. To us, repairing or installing a roof is much more than just completing a job. It's about keeping you and your family safe. And for more than 30 years, we've proudly helped thousands of Florida homeowners with their tile, metal, and shingle roof needs. Call Universal Roof and Contracting to experience the universal difference.
UniversalRoof.com.
Welcome back. New developments tonight on the construction over at the Bobby Jones Golf Club. The historic municipal course in Sarasota has been undergoing major renovations over the past year. The woman closest to the project saying despite the expensive construction, she is excited with the integrity the new course will have.
We have been very, very good about keeping the cost down wherever we can. We've made adjustments where we can, but we're not going to compromise the golf course with those adjustments.
The changes do include a new clubhouse that will be introduced in 2026. Later this year, there will be a new driving range in addition to the full course makeover. One 18-hole course with a 9-hole short course.
And new tonight for so many of us, we are out and about during the day heading to work or wherever it is that we need to go. And most of us wouldn't think twice about hopping in the car to get to our destination.
That's right. This is a great story, but some people do need help getting from point A to point B. One group that helps provide those riders in Northport is issuing an urgent plea tonight. ABC7's Jordan Litwiller reporting they desperately need volunteer drivers.
The organization has been giving rides in Northport for nearly half a century, but staffing shortages could soon force the organization to stop offering rides to people in need. For Ellen Domke, this knock on the door means more than just being ready to give her next ride.
I've been driving for Fish for 12 years.
FISH is short for Friends in Service Here, It's been around since 1974, powered by volunteers, giving Northport seniors rides to doctor's appointments. Seniors like Barbara Oliveris.
I lost my husband in 2009. My husband added that he did try to teach me, and your people are a lot better off without you behind the wheel, Barb. So I did Florida a favor.
A favor leading to friendships, going far beyond the passenger seat and the doctor's office. Outings and trips to plays and restaurants.
I love to eat, and it's been wonderful. Not only did I get rides, but I made friends too.
It's a lifeline for Barbara, and one that could be at risk for others.
If we don't get some new volunteers, we're going to have to stop taking new clients.
Bruce Isbell heads up the group. He says many drivers head north for the summer. They need about a dozen volunteers to keep clients on the move. A true call to service.
Be supportive of your community and look out for each other. We say that we are the community of unity, and that's what we need.
Helping connect residents like Ellen and Barbara.
I hope that even though the snowbirds are gone, the people that are here will see this and make them want to volunteer for little old ladies like me.
Getting them where they need to go all summer long. In South Sarasota County, Jordan Litwiller, ABC7, your local station.
We have made it easy to learn how to volunteer. You can find a link to Fish's website on our website at mysuncoast.com. And the Anna Maria Island Rotary Club at a local restaurant teaming up to aid Ukrainian refugees in Poland.
The Anna Maria Rotary Club and Slicker's Eatery in Cortez are partnering to host a week of events, all to raise money to help those from that war-torn country. They are holding a big concert for peace on June 10th at the center of Anna Maria Island. Last year's event, we know, raised over $60,000. The owner of Slicker's Eatery says he's hoping the community will come together again, all to show their support. For more information, you can find that right on our website.
All right, good stuff there. And good stuff here still ahead on ABC7 News at 11 o'clock. A rescued sea turtle getting a second chance at life. Watch his journey back to the Gulf. That's coming up next.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
It shouldn't hurt to be a child, but sometimes it does. Did you know that 3,000 child abuse reports are made each year in Sarasota County? That's where I live.
Child abuse is a problem. The Child Protection Center has the expertise to address it through our prevention, intervention, and treatment programs.
Are you ready to protect kids like me? You can. Visit their website or use the QR code to donate now and give hope to kids. Hope lives at CPC.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning.
Call Rebath now to receive $500 off a tub or shower remodel.
I just can't get rid of you guys. Rinse me down, baby.
What is that? It tastes so good.
Bugs out now. Turn your bad news into good news with Good News Pest Solutions. Still family owned and operated since 1989.
All day long, we tell the stories of Sarasota and Manatee counties, healthcare, traffic, and first alert weather forecasts laser focused on where you live. That's our commitment to you, to serve the Suncoast. We're ABC7, your local station.
Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, Michael Strahan. Wake up with America's #1 most watched morning show. ABC's
Good Morning America.
Hello, I'm Franklin Graham. You know the most valuable thing that you own? It's your soul. You have a soul, you have a spirit. And the Bible tells us it will live as long as God lives. One day your body will die and they'll bury you, but your soul will continue to live in the presence of God in heaven, or it's going to be separated from God for eternity in hell. The choice you make today can determine where your soul will spend eternity. You know that God loves you, and he sent his son, Jesus Christ, to save us. And if we're willing to put our faith and trust in him, because he took our sins to the cross, he died in our place for our sins, and God raised him to life. And if you've never invited Christ into your heart, into your life, you can do that right now by just praying this prayer, just saying, God, I'm a sinner. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I want to turn from my sins. I want to trust your Son as my Savior and follow him as Lord from this day forward, forever. If you prayed that prayer, call that number. God bless you.
Welcome back. Well, right now the Ringling Bridge is lit up for Pride Month. Pride Month officially kicked off today. The rainbow colors lit up the bridge around 9 o'clock this evening. These colors will shine each night for 7 days, all to honor the LGBTQ community here on the Suncoast.
And we'll be seeing those again in just a little bit. I'll tell you, we've got some strange things going on with this storm out there heading south. And looks like it's happening on the first day of the official start of the hurricane season of 2023. We'll talk about all that coming up right after this.
Time and Temp brought to you by the man of your dreams.
Being involved in an accident can make you feel like you've lost control. It can impact your life physically and financially. And with so much information out there, choosing the right attorney can be overwhelming. I'm Mark Anajar at the Law Office of Anajar & Levine, and we encourage you to do your research before making any decisions. Read our reviews and learn about the many people we've helped take back control of their lives. Call us at 1-800-747-FREE for a consultation.
Florida has a history of strong storms and bad weather, so reliability is very important to me.
My name is Amy. Reliability is a significant part of my job. Truly, all of the employees play a huge role in it. FPL has made so many improvements to make our grid the most reliable and safe.
You really see what FPL has done to harden the grid to make sure that we're prepared for whatever comes ahead.
We're doing so much, and this is one of the true ways that I feel like I'm making a difference in everyone's life.
The power of ABC7 First Alert Weather on your phone. Scan the QR code on your screen to download the ABC7 First Alert Weather app now. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
All right, lots going on. Get a look at this. A seasonal update forecast from Colorado State University. Not the best news. They actually upped it one storm for each category. Here is a look now. The average 14.73 in the number of Hurricane 7. 2022, we saw 14.93, pretty average, just slightly above it. And now, Colorado State University, Dr. Philip Klotzblau has upped this a little bit because of the warm water in the Atlantic. It's unseasonably warm in the main development region. Now, you may have heard a lot about El Nino being strong. We expect it to be strong. That typically knocks down the storms, right? We don't have as many. They're usually weaker. Well, it may not be the case this season because of that warm water in the Atlantic in the main development region. Now, this is a rare thing for a storm to start on June 1st. Get a look at this. There's only been 3 since 1960. In 2020, we did have one. 1968, we had another. And in 1963, there was a storm that developed. Abby was the one, again, that caused some problems right here on the west coast of Florida. Had winds up to 70 miles an hour at times. So they do happen. Very rare, though, that you have one pop up on the exact day of the start of hurricane season. Well, there it is, a tropical depression number 2 out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Some deep convection developing on the northeast side. That means there's a lot of shear and dry air on the west edge and on the south edge. And we've had that dry slot of air move into us, kind of limiting our storms today. We didn't get much. Most of it was inland. We'll take a look at that quickly and show you that there was some hail reported at one point right there along Clark Road. And as far as rainfall totals, you can see a lot of it fell inland. Not much near the coast at all. We had a few morning showers around. Some heavy rainfall, though, in some isolated areas. That's over 2 inches right there. We could see an additional 2, 3, 4, even 5 inches, some isolated areas tomorrow, mainly afternoon and evening. Got to look at this. The morning shower shot from the 6th floor of Longboat Key. That should say Longboat Key right there. And again, kind of an interesting shot right there. This is not Juanita, but this is, again, a very good shot that was sent into mysuncoast.com. We appreciate that. Folks, sending it in. Go to mysuncoast.com. At the top of the page, you'll see it'll say share it. Very easy to do. 74 degrees out there. East to southeast winds at 8. The dew point, 71. So it's muggy. Still pretty warm, and system stays well to our west. Scattered storms mainly Friday afternoon and into Friday evening. They'll be scattered too. And then the storm is expected to fizzle out on Saturday as it works its way to the south. You'll see that. Here we go through time on Friday. You can see it driving to the south there. Again, most of the heavy rain staying offshore, but we'll see a few pockets of moderate to heavy storms right through the evening on Saturday. Saturday morning, I should say. And then on Saturday, some sunshine and showers and storms mainly inland in the afternoon. It should be a pretty good weekend. A little bit better on Sunday, though, as some drier air slips in. If you didn't see it earlier, all the models are in pretty good agreement that it's going to go south, eventually fizzle here. Some models continue it on off toward the northeast into South Florida, but most likely with all that sheer and dry air, it's going to die out just before it gets to Cuba. Temperatures around the area right now into the mid-70s, 75 in Longboat Key, 71 in Arcadia, 75 in Venice, 74 in Inglewood, and the water temperature now at 82 degrees. Rain chances tomorrow, just 20% in the morning, and then they really start to pick up in the afternoon at 60% for scattered showers and storms. Some could bring some locally heavy rainfall. So a first alert weather afternoon and evening, basically. Beach and boating tomorrow looks okay in the morning. Showers and storms in the afternoon. Rain chance at 60%. The extended forecast is calling for better weather on Saturday. There'll still be some storms around in the afternoon, but less of a chance on Sunday. We dry out through next week. High temperatures into the upper 80s to mid 80s on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be right back to wrap it up right after this.
The 7-day weather forecast is brought to you by the Gettle Automotive Group. Gettle's got it.
Attention homeowners, there's a freebie frenzy at Unique Services. Purchase a new heating and cooling system or tankless water heater from Unique Services and get a free Visa gift card valued up to $1,000. Call 941-500-9819 to schedule your appointment.
Prior to having the gastric sleeve at Manatee Memorial, I had tried other weight loss programs. With the help of the gastric sleeve surgery and the guidance from Dr. Rekus and the dietitian, I've managed to lose 113 pounds. Prior to the surgery, I had knee pain, foot pain, and since the weight loss, that's gone away. Now I'm able to exercise. Gastric sleeve surgery is the tool to help you get started in your weight loss journey, but after that, it's up to you. Dr. Rekus makes you feel like you're making the right decision for your health. That's why Manatee Memorial Hospital is my hospital.
Every week on Animal Outtakes, it's a new animal adventure. Coming up this week, as our 10th season comes to an end, we take a look back at some of the most memorable stories we've covered on Animal Outtakes. People and animals who inspire us all to do something good.
I honestly believe the kindest people in this world with the biggest hearts are the ones that are the most in tune with the animals.
Watch Animal Outtakes each week on ABC7.
Beat the heat this summer by scheduling your $69 air conditioning tune-up now with Unique Services. An AC tune-up can save you money and help prevent costly breakdowns. Keep your family cool by calling Unique Services today. Call 941-500-9819 to schedule your appointment.
Check this out, a happy day for a loggerhead sea turtle suffering from red tide exposure.
ABC7's photojournalist Larry Phillips and Summer Smith share with us tonight the turtle's amazing adventure back to good health and home.
The large male turtle, nicknamed Steve, is getting a second chance at life. He was released back into the Gulf Thursday morning at Lido Beach. These men and women are taking part in a serious mission. They're at Lido Beach to get this loggerhead sea turtle back to his home.
So it's a really cool thing to watch this whole process take place in real time.
Towards me. A big ordeal loading this huge turtle from the van to the land and hopefully into the water.
We good? Roll, hold on.
You see, just a few months ago, this turtle named Steve didn't look so good. In March, he washed ashore on Captiva in Lee County. Lethargic from exposure to red tide. Without help, he could have died. Steve was taken to Mote Marine Laboratories Sea Turtle Rehabilitation Hospital in Sarasota and is now doing better. But before being released, a special satellite tracking device was placed on his shell.
I'm going to go this way. We've got.
And the tag is supposed to help us learn more about what males are doing out in the wild, where they go, how fast they move, where they like to hang out at what times of the year.
A rescue mission for this 30 to 40-year-old guy that took numerous people and was a success.
All right, we're just going to put him down here. Down, down, down.
Steve waddling quickly into the water, all while being cheered on as he made his way back home.
It was super rewarding, again, like working with him day in and day out and seeing that progression from not eating all the way to eating and being able to swim fully out and be gone in a split second like he was great.
An incredible experience for everyone involved.
Every release is amazing. It's what we work for, we strive for. It's our mission, so it's as exciting today as it was when I first did my first one 23 years ago.
A second chance at life for Steve, who is now on his way to his next adventure.
Success! Good to see him go.
If you'd like to follow Steve's journey, Mote has set up a tracking site. To find the link, just go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and click on the story. Reporting in the studio, Summer Smith, ABC7, your local station.
You know, I haven't lived here long enough, but I've lived here long enough to know that we love our sea turtles.
All marine life out there, very precious to us all, and looks good for them in the morning. Tomorrow, showers and storms in the afternoon.
All right, and that is all the time we have for tonight. Thanks so much for watching.
Be sure to join us tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. for Good Morning Suncoast. We'll see you then.